Hey everybody, it's the one and only Brooklyn. Yes, honey, no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade. And as you guys can see, we are not on my big comfy couch today. We are outside because it's beautiful. This summer we will be hitting the streets a lot. So introduce yourself, let everybody know who you are.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. D the poet, D_THA_poet.
Yes, honey. That's wonderful. And I actually met you. They were doing something for stopping the violence, raising the flag for stopping the violence at City Hall, and that's where we met. So how did you come about to get involved with that?
It was actually through a friend, Spin El Poeta. He's been doing poetry for a while. I just wanted to get involved in community activities as opposed to just doing spoken word. So he presented me with that opportunity and I took it.
Nice. Shout out to Spin. He actually came on our show and he Hey everyone, it's the one and only Brooklyn. Yes, and I'm here on my big comfy couch, and guess who I have on my couch? The one and only Spin. Now, if you guys don't know who this man is, I don't know what to tell you.
Spoken word artist, poet, keeper of the Mayan Cosmovision, Sacred Chokika, youth advocate for sure, firmly, and just got a love for a lot of hoods out here, you know, not just Jane and Finch, but definitely Jane and Finch, you know, Jungle, Neptune, East Mall, Scarlet Wood, just anyone that's going through the struggles and the hardships, you know, like my heart goes out to.
Spin El Poeta, that's my big homie in poetry. He was the one that actually brought awareness to these events going on, and I just wanted to, you know, take the bull by its horn and take advantage of a situation.
Nice, dope. So shout out to our boy Spin. As you guys know, Spin was also here sitting with us as well, and he's an excellent poet. I love listening to him. Like, he brings me chills because he speaks the truth. He speaks his truth, and I always tell him, speak your truth. And because with society now, they always want us to hide the truth and speak false. So with you guys, I feel, with poets and spoken word, I feel like that you guys are speaking our truth for us. So on behalf of all of us, we thank you guys, because you know, you guys bring the truth out, and I love that. So when it comes to stopping the violence, what do you think are some things or some tactics or some strategies that you would implement if you had a chance to implement them? What are your top 3 things that you would implement to try to stop the violence?
More community programs, more OGs or older heads looking out for the younger ones, because they've been here or they've been there before. Right, like most kids nowadays, you know, they come out the room and they're grown and they think they know everything. So we just need more guidance, more. It takes a village to raise a child. That's what we need. We need more people in the village.
Facts. I do agree, because when we were growing up, it was more of a, we had those people that were there to let us know when we were doing things wrong. When the street lights were coming on, you know you're supposed to be inside the crib, and it was like they always spoke to you and they always let you know. Like,
oh, definitely. There's a friend that I went to school with. His mom used to beat me. My mom used to beat him. Right, and it was nothing. We lived on the same block, just different ends of it, but we lived on the same block, and we appreciated it. Well, I appreciated it. Right, it's like bend the tree when it's young. You know what I mean?
Facts. So what inspires you what inspires you when it's time for you to write? Like, is it when, like, say for instance how we're sitting outside, you see something, that's what inspires you, or is it like an incident, or what?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Yeah. I'm a walker. If I could walk anywhere, I'd walk, and then I just think about it, or just reflect on life, and then I write. Right now, it's dependent on, well, I shouldn't say right now, it's always been dependent on some of the books that I read. Like, I'm really trying to get into the government and all that kind of stuff, and exposing what most people won't know about, you know, because that's the whole point of being in a position, like we're having a platform. It's to let people know what they wouldn't know normally, right? So what inspires me? Life inspires me, ups and downs, smiles and frowns, you know.
So when because you did say previously that you had a friend that got shot, did they pass away, or was it they got wounded, or?
Oh yeah, they passed away.
Oh, and how did that affect you and your community?
I'm usually, after that situation, it's really hard to put trust in people, because what happened was it was people in the area that did it. So it was kind of hard to, you know, be like, do I know that guy? Or even if I do know him, should I trust him? So trust issues and looking behind your back a lot, you know, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Facts. So, do you agree? Because I lost my cousin in 2013 to senseless violence. He was only 16, and he died alongside his friend O'Shea and Kwame. They both died, and you know, our family still grieves to this day, and stuff like that. So, when it comes to the grieving, are you still in that process, or and when it comes to the family, are you there for the family? Do you check up on the family?
Do I check up on the family? Check up on, well, it's not like I knock on their door and like, hey, how are you doing? If I see them, I'll be like, hey, what's up, or whatever, and just keep it pushing. I'm still grieving. It's always different when somebody's taken from you as opposed to when they go naturally. So, like, I'll have my moments. Like, I still go down to where, you know, he was. Yeah, I still go down there, you know, and, you know, because that's where he last was, and it was... This was December 29th. This year is going to make it 9 years. Or, sorry, 10 years. So, yeah, it's still like it was yesterday.
Facts. I feel the same way sometimes. I go and I see my cousin very often at the gravesite, and I feel like that's my peace of mind. Me going though to where he died, I don't think I can do that, because I feel like I'll have, I don't know, I think I'll be traumatized for the rest of my life if I was to do that.
Yeah, I guess different strokes for different folks. Like, yeah, everybody handles things differently. Like, I'm not really a vocal person. Like, I know I'm talking now, but that's because of poetry. That's why I got into poetry. Like, my friend got whatever, and I just became, you know, person that stayed to myself.
Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes a lot of people may say, you know, you're a loner, blah, blah, blah. I'd rather be a loner than, you know, somebody who's a target outside. Like, I can't do it, because...
Now, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. There's a difference. What?
Break it down, baby.
Well, I don't know the difference. I just wanted to say something slick, make it stick. You know? There is a difference.
Okay, so are you doing any events this year? Any spoken word events that we should look out for you, or are you coming out with a book? Anything?
I am coming out with a book. It's been edited. I just have to get the money to put it together, because money ain't falling off trees. I do have poetry events coming up, but I can't really, you know, release. Yeah.
Damn it! I thought we were gonna get the exclusive worldwide.
At the poet, at THA_poet_D. Follow me. I'll follow you, and then you can get the information like that. And then once everything is green in terms of lights, Bob, what I have, I'll give to y'all.
You're smart. Okay, so Spin. When it comes to Spin, have you ever worked with Spin in any events? Because I know he does a lot of. He has his own open mics that he does as well. Have you ever performed at one of his open mics?
I've gone to open mic educators. Just what is that, east of Dufferin and Eglinton? I think it's 1756. Don't quote me on that. But it is.
It's by where the old 7-Eleven used to be. Is literally right
exactly
by
Wisdom's barbershop.
Yes.
They give some bomb haircuts too. But yeah, I've been to one open mic educators, and it's a dope atmosphere. I like the fact that everybody's there for a purpose. Like, I'm big on energy. Like, I'm super big on energy, and everybody was there to either display art or to encourage people that were doing art. And especially for minorities, you don't really find that too much, where everybody wants to stick together, right? So to see that was dope.
I love that, and my first time going to excuse me, one of his open mics, I loved it. I enjoyed it. I even cried. It was crazy. I enjoyed it. So shout out to One Mic Educators. Shout out to Spin again, because, you know, he's doing big things, and he's also, you know, giving people like yourself platforms and opportunities and things like that. So shout out to Spin once again. Hey boo, how you doing, Sugarfoot? I just seen your sister. Oh my God, I'm so disrespectful. I'm taping, you know. Hi, Jalen.
Leave that in. It's organic.
Yeah, I don't do My bad, y'all. I see one of my kids that I used to like, you know, he was like, I knew him since he was like, what, 3, 4? And he's like grown. Jalen, Jayla, shout out to my homegirl, Shanika. That's her brother and sister. So, yeah.
Shout out the future stuff.
Yes, and shout out Falstaff once again, because this is where, you know, 2, 3, 4, you already know. So now, when it comes to writing, do you like helping others? Like if somebody was to come to you and say, "Hey, I need help with writing and things like that," are you up for that, or are you more of a ooh?
If it's like if Billy Ray Cyrus came up to me and asked me about country, like I wouldn't really know how to speak about country because I don't know about it. But if it's something that I could relate to, I'm lying. If I can help them, regardless of if I can relate to it or not, I will try and give them some kind of advice. Like it's hard to write for something you don't know about, but I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I'll help them. You know what I mean?
I like that. So before we go, once again, let everybody know your plug. Let us know when your book is coming. I know that it's in the mix right now, but make sure you hit up Worldwide and let us know because we want a copy. And also, if you can, just give us a little taste of what to expect from your thing. Anything that you can remember off the dome, anything you want to freestyle, anything to, you know, that's how we're going to go out. All right? So, you already know what time it is. My boy's going to break it down for us, and I will see you guys next time.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate y'all. The government will use religion and gangs to keep us separated because they know when we come together from our different destinations, we'll make a bigger creation than Voltron and the Transformers back in the 80s. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but sometimes I wish that I could see my friends again. But I can't. And so the marathon continues. It's crazy how many of my brothers and sisters honor European holidays and are clueless to our ancestry. Because for the most part, niggas are sheep. Like when I say the word Christmas doesn't appear in the Bible, but we celebrate it like it did. The sheep get offended, not do their research, and still go out and buy presents. Click, clack, give it up. I'ma need your present. And put your hands on your heads if you have any objections. Appreciate y'all.
Sorry, I had to come back. Yo, that was live. I like that. You already know what time it is. Make sure you guys follow my boy on Instagram. Make sure you guys click those likes. Make sure you guys follow him. And make sure you guys cop that book when it comes out. Because I sure will. Holla. Shake him. Wait, shake him. Shake him. Shake him. Alright, we out.